Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Chicago Cubs. Again, thank you so much for the support on this series so far. It has been fantastic. Continue to leave the video likes, subscribe, leave comments, etc., etc. Join the Discord. I've been putting the link in the description below, so just jump in and come say hi. And we're gonna get started here. And I made a trade. I think I made just one trade since we talked last. It's been a few days, so I don't really remember. But we had signed, Trent Grisham in the offseason. And I had a better option, so we ended up trading Trent Grisham before the season started. So let's go and let's take a look at what we did. Action log. Let's go back to February. We made a couple of deals because I think we went through the international. So in February, we traded Matt Mervis and Wyatt Evans to the Blue Jays, getting Mitch White because Mitch White was popular and I wanted to add to the fan interest. So we picked up Mitch White. That's why I made that deal. And then we traded Drake Purvis, who was a 20-year-old extreme fly ball finesse pitcher with potential 30 movement, and Josias Ramirez, a 20-year-old rookie and rookie ball, hit under 200 in rookie ball last year, to the Marlins, getting Jacob Berry in return. Now, Berry's ratings I don't think justify his potential, doesn't justify his ratings, but high contact, high home run power. I hit 20 home runs a couple of years ago in Miami as a 23-year-old, so we'll see what we can get out of him there. We released Seiya Suzuki. We just went ahead and couldn't get anything done with him, so we just went ahead and waived him. It looks like the Tigers have signed him, but just ate that last year. This year will be a little difficult financially, but it is what it is. And then in March, we traded Trent Grisham and Reed Bertram, just a filler starting pitcher, for Tucker Davidson. Again, he's a little bit popular. He's got a couple decent pitches, but I just wanted to get Grisham's contract off the books because we traded Moises Ballesteros. He's the number 70 prospect in baseball. We traded him because we got Drew Romo. We got Drew Romo, a catcher, frankly. So we traded Ballesteros and 22-year-old Raul Guzman, who again, just minor league filler, in exchange for Bubba Thompson. 27-year-old Thompson is very, very good defensively. He's very fast. He stole 56 bases a couple years ago with Texas, and his bat is passable. It's actually above average against lefties. So pick up Bubba Thompson. He struggled last year. Had a really good 2024. Hopefully we can get kind of this performance out of Bubba. So those are the deals we made leading up to today. We got to set our roster. We're at 35, 18 pitchers. We still have Zach Gallen on the injured list, so don't forget that. So he'll go down. We still have to send two more pitchers down. Mitch White, I want to send down, but I don't think I can. And if we cut him, we'll take the fan interest hit, but, it is what it is. Leaper, we may not have to. We'll send... Palencia. And then... we'll just DFA Leaper. He's not going to get claimed. So there are our 13 pitchers for now. We'll get Gallen back in a few weeks. 5 weeks on Gallen. So our rotation will be Paddock, Brash, Ben Brown, and Foster Griffin right now. Our starting rotation's not all that good. Let's see what it wants to do with our bullpen. It's Eric Getty as our closer. Looks like Spencer's ratings have dropped a little bit, actually. Carson Coleman. Why is Coleman not our closer? Nunez. I don't know how I feel about this. This is weird what it's doing. Schmidt was pretty good last year. He's got the stamina. I'd rather have him in a long relief role / middle relief role. Yeah, we should be leaning on Abreu, Coleman, Nunez, and Arrighetti is really what we should be doing. So we'll use more often there. High leverage. Use more often. In fact, we're going to make him the closer. We're going to make Arrighetti middle relief. Use more often. High leverage. And then high leverage for Abreu as well. Let's just go back in and see what that looks like. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. All right, so we have 30, which means we got to send 4 players to the minors. Aliendo, send 3 players to the minors. Cassie, I mean, I keep trying to trade him, but I mean, do I want to? And that bat's pretty good. I think he starts in AAA. Along with Brennan, I guess. Yeah. So is that our 26? It's 27. We still got to send another player to the minors. Yeah, we do have 6 outfielders here. I guess it's Abreu. Barry's not particularly good defensively. Bouchard is my corner guy. Garcia is my middle infielder. Guess it's Abreu. All right. Let's clear the lineups, clear the depth charts, and set our lineup. All right. So Bregman is our new leadoff hitter with that 70 iron discipline and 70 avoid K. Yeah, he's our leadoff hitter. And I think he's our DH, right? No, he is our first baseman. Right? That's why we brought him in, was to play first base. Our number 2 hitter. We don't have a lot of. Do we bring in Jazz Chisholm as our number 2 hitter? Then we go Acuna as our 3. Not a ton of power. Velazquez as our 4. Acuna 55, 55, 60. 50. I think Acuna's our DH. Schmidt at 3rd. PCA in center. Bubba Thompson in right. We need shortstop. Yeah, so Swanson at short. And Romo. Dansby's not going to like batting last, especially given he's had 2 pretty good seasons, but doesn't seem to care too much. Hunt will play every 4th game, just so he doesn't get just so Romo doesn't get exhausted. They want Berry at Berry can play. He can DH every 5th game, and he can come in at first base every 7th game. Acuna in left every 3rd day. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. All right, let's copy this lineup. Go to lefties and paste. We'll stick with Bregman at the top of the lineup. I think we move Bubba Thompson up to the number 2 spot. Chisholm's not great against lefties, really to the point where we might be better served playing Garcia against lefties at 2nd. That is going to hurt us from a backup shortstop perspective, but I think ultimately we can just play Garcia. Yeah, that's even what it wants to do. So Garcia will play shortstop every 7th game. Chisholm will come in and play every 7th game there. Every 5th game, every 7th game. Cool. So let's play, or I guess let the game play. So we'll do what we normally do, which is I will play the opening day game, let the PC kind of play it out, and then I will sim through April and the middle of May, and then I'll come back and we'll do the middle of May through June, a day at a time. So let's get to opening day. Yeah, hopefully Gallon comes back and that, he doesn't have a significant drop off in his ability, especially given that we just signed him to a contract. But starting pitching is sort of the next thing that we attack. I think we're pretty solid defensively, especially in the outfield. We're pretty solid offensively, or defensively. Offensively, we're okay. A lot of it's going to depend on what types of performances we get from Bregman and Thompson, who had down seasons last year. At least reach the playoffs. Okay. We do not have a top 10 prospect. Our minor league system is currently 21st. We got Catano, who was our international guy. Neckar, who was our first round pick this past season. And then Owen Cassie's still there. And then I think we still have, Boston Kellner is still there. He's not hurt anymore. True two-way player. If he develops like this, he's, almost Shohei levels, with that bat and that ability on the mound. Will Taylor, his contact dropped. If he was a 55 and 55 last year, and that is really good. This is passable. It's not great, but it's passable. All right, well, let's play this game. Oh, no, waivers. That's what I want to look at first. Waiver wire. I always forget, and somebody always reminds me that I didn't look at the waiver wire. So we'll look at the waiver wire. Justin Foscue has a pretty nice bat. Can't really field the position. That's a really good bat, especially against lefties. I mean, do we go with him and move on from Bouchard? That's an option. I think it's one we're going to take. Bouchard hasn't been bad. Wasn't terrible last year. Wasn't terrible. But, yeah, I think we make that move. All right, let's play this game against St. Louis. We are in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. So our opening day starting lineup will be Alex Bregman batting leadoff and playing first. Jazz Chisholm batting second, playing second. Ronald Acuna Jr. is our DH batting third. Nelson Velasquez in the cleanup spot hits fourth. Casey Schmidt manning the hot corner, batting fifth. PCA out in center field, batting sixth. Bubba Thompson in right field hits seventh. Dansby Swanson is our shortstop, batting eighth. And Drew Romo does the catching, batting ninth for Chris Paddock, who last season was 9-13 between the Twins and the Cubs. For the Cardinals, Alexis Gallivan will bat leadoff, play shortstop. Arenado bats second, plays third. Nolan Gorman bats third, plays first. Jordan Walker bats cleanup in right field. Lars Nootbaar hitting fifth as the left fielder. Danny Jansen does the catching, batting sixth. Dalton Varsho in center field for the Cardinals hits seventh. Wilson Contreras bats eighth as the DH. Tommy Edman hits ninth as the second baseman. And Tink Hence is their starting pitcher, 11-12, 4.44 a year ago. So allow me to drink my coffee here. So we lead off Alex Bregman against Tink Hence to kick off the 2026 season. Hence to Bregman. Fly ball to left. One out. Now Chisholm. Jazz to left. So a couple fly balls to the left fielder. And Acuna. See what kind of year Ron has. He had a really good year for us last season. Velasquez strikes out. So we got a walk. Strand the runner first. And now Chris Paddock. Gallivan to short. One away. Oh no, ball gets dropped by the first baseman. That's not good. Arenado. Pop up to center. In comes PCA. One out. Nolan Gorman. Fly ball to right center. There's PCA again. And Jordan Walker. Base hit to right. Still have runners at the corners with two outs. And Lars Nootbaar draws a walk. So the Cardinals load the bases in the first for Danny Jansen. And we get a 4 unassisted putout to end the threat. Schmidt, Crow Armstrong, and Bubba Thompson here in the second. Casey grounds out to the first baseman. PCA lines out to right, and Bubba Thompson strikes out. Dalton Varsho. 2 walks here by the pitcher with 75 control. Sure. Ground ball to first, and we don't turn the double play. Tommy Edman, ground ball to first, and we don't turn the double play. Back to the top of the order, and Gallivan grounded to short, and that ends the inning. So 3 ground ball outs there in the second. Dansby now draws a leadoff walk. Drew Romo grounds into the 4-6-3. Was kind of hoping he wouldn't swing there on the 3-1 pitch. Bregman now strikes out. We're hitless through 3. Arenado for them. Pops it up on the infield. Catch made by Chisholm. Nolan Gorman, the 0-2. Strike 3. And Jordan Walker. Ground ball to second. 1, 2, 3, third. So we're scoreless through 3. Chisholm leads off. And grounds out 3 to pitcher covering. Acuna. Strikes out looking. And Nelson Velazquez. Ground ball to third. So we still have no hits here through 4. Nootbaar leads off for them. That'll be a double to right. Yeah. Double to right for Lars Nootbaar leading off the second inning. Jansen fly ball to center. Here comes PCA. He makes the catch. Dalton Varsho. Pitch gets away. Oh, runner stays where he is, though. 3-2 to Varsho. Get down in front of Crow Armstrong. The run will score. So we are down 1-0. Contreras to the second baseman, and that's a 4-3 double play. So St. Louis scores a run. We still don't have a hit in 2026. Casey Schmidt's not going to be the first one. Neither is PCA. And there's our first hit of the season, a 2-out single by Bubba Thompson. Dansby Swanson now. He bloops one to left, and the catch is made. So we get a hit. We are down 1-0 going to the 5th inning. Tommy Edman leads off the inning with... Did Tommy Edman just hit a home run? Come on. Okay. Cool. Alexis Gallivan. Drive, base hit to right. So the first 2 batters have reached here in the 5th. And he's dead to rights, running against Drew Romo. 2-2 to Arenado, strike 3. Gorman fly ball. He hits a home run. So that's 2 solo home runs here in the 5th inning off of Paddock. We're down 3. Jordan Walker draws a walk. Another walk issued by the 75 control starting pitcher. There's an infield hit. Jansen with a fly ball to right. All right, so we give up a couple runs, strand a couple runners. We still only have 1 hit in this game against Tink Hence. Romo lines out to short. Bregman with a single to center field. Double to center field. Our first runner in scoring position this year. Penn Murphy against Chisholm. Jazz drives it out to right center field. The catch is made there. It's 2 outs, runner at second for Acuna. And there's a base hit to center. Is that going to score Bregman? Looks like it is. Here comes the throw. Yep. So we score our first run of the year, an RBI single from Ronald Acuna, driving in Alex Bregman. Acuna down at second. Rayvaj Garcia is pinch hitting here in for our cleanup hitter. That's a thing. That is a thing. And he gets a hit. No, it worked. Here comes Acuna, and it's 3-2 now. So we pick up a couple of runs. Casey Schmidt, fly ball to center, catch is made. So we get the 2 runs back, and we're down by a run again. Dalton Varsho leads off. There's another double. So leadoff double for Varsho. As soon as we get the runs back, we're going to turn around. Oh, Clark Schmidt is in the game. When did he come in? Eduardo Nunez now. Ball gets away. Runner down at third. So we get the 2 runs back, and we're going to give at least 1 back here this inning, unless Nunez can strike out Edman. Nope, gives up a hit. So Tommy Edman with 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and out of the number 9 hole. Gallivan with a blooper to left. Catch is made. 3-1 to Arenado, grounded to short, and that retires the side, but we are down 4-2 now as St. Louis has scored in 3 straight innings. Pete Crow Armstrong. Catch is made on the pop-up. Thompson strikes out. Swanson's hit by a pitch. For some reason, Dansby Swanson tries to steal. We go to the stretch, down by 2. Nunez against Gorman. There's a strikeout. Walker against Nunez. Fly ball to right, 2 away. And Nootbaar. Fly ball to center. 1-2-3 inning for Nunez here in the 7th. Romo leads off. And this is why I didn't want him stealing, because now you got Drew Romo leading off. He strikes out. Bregman strikes out. He's going to strike out the side. No, Jazz Chisholm with this 2-out single to right field. So a bloop and a blast here by Acuna, maybe? Nope, a bloop and a strikeout. Mason Miller out there for the 8th. He'll face Jansen. Fly ball to left. 1 out. Varsho. Fly ball to right. 2 away. So we're going to have 4, 5, 6 coming up in the 9th. Contreras walks. And Tommy Edman flies out to right. All right, so we need 2 to tie here in the 9th against Kyle Nicholas. Sean Bouchard will lead off. And he strikes out. Jacob Berry now. He strikes out. And this didn't go well. So our last 6 outs of the game. I was going to say last 6 outs of the game all recorded by strikeout. But nope. Crow Armstrong grounds out to end the inning. We lose 4-2, so a ton of pinch hitters, which don't make any sense. Like, why would you... I mean, the Garcia pinch hit worked, but I still think it was the wrong decision. Why would you pinch hit Garcia for Velasquez? Why would you pinch hit Berry for Schmidt? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But Paddock only went 3 1/3. You know what I forgot to do? This is my fault. Schmidt came in, gave up 3 runs. This is my fault. This is what I forgot to do. Forgot to do. I had the pitch count set from spring training. Not that it would have mattered. I don't think big picture, but yeah. No. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be it for this segment. I'm now gonna go ahead and sim ahead to the middle of May. We'll come back in the middle of May and we'll do May through June. So I will be right back. All right. We are back. It is the middle of May and the Cubs are playing some fantastic baseball. We are 26-12. We are 6 games up on the Reds. 5th in runs scored, 2nd in runs against. The best defensive team in the National League. So pitching and defense, and then our offense has been above average, which is all we can ask for. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the team offensive, I'll start with the one deal we made. I initially put Owen Cassie on, I just offered him up to see what I could get for him. And is he hurt now? Yeah, he is. And I got a reply from Colorado. And I was able to maneuver the deal around a little bit so that we didn't have to give up Cassie. And in the end, we traded Cade Horton, 24-year-old, a couple of good pitches. But he was okay in Double-A this year in a couple of starts, but he was bad in high A ball last year as a 23-year-old, along with Jose Fralin Alcantara, just the player they wanted, along with Cole Franklin, 26-year-old with 25 overall in potential. And in exchange, we get Angel Shivili back from Colorado. Right now, he's in the rotation. He wasn't particularly good this year with Colorado, but put up, 2 years ago, he put up a 140 ERA plus, 103 last season. So we bring him in. He's got two really, really good pitches. He's a borderline starter, right, with that changeup. But good stuff, good movement, good average control, two really good pitches. And right now he'll sit in the number 5 spot until Zach Gallen is off of his rehab assignment. Offensively, PCA, Schmidt, Velazquez, and Jazz Chisholm all with 1.3 WAR, all doing it a bit different ways. Pete hitting 287, a 795 OPS, and elite defense. Casey Schmidt, 7 home runs, 9 doubles, 26 RBI, has a 500 slugging, and very good defense. Nelson Velazquez, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. He continues to hit for us. He's been playing very, very good left field. Jazz Chisholm, doing it with the bat. 581 slugging, 941 OPS, 153 OPS plus. Leads the team in home runs and doubles. Defensively, he has been slightly below average at second base, which is to be expected. Acuna putting up a 400 on base percentage, which has been terrific. Dansby Swanson, 0.7 WAR. But again, with him, it's all about the defense. Same thing with Jeromo. Put a 0.5 WAR, even though it's only putting up a 74 OPS plus. Garcia, 342 on base percentage, slightly below average OPS plus. Bubba Thompson struggling with the bat a bit, just 656 OBP, or excuse me, OPS. He only has 2 stolen bases. I need to jack that up some here. He needs to be stealing bases when he gets on base. And he's been really good out in right field for us. Jacob Berry hasn't gotten much playing time, has a home run. Same thing with Justin Foscue. And Alex Bregman is really the only batter who's not hitting, which is a bit surprising given his ratings. But thankfully, his contract isn't super expensive. But yeah, I expect him to hit. And then pitching wise, we've been terrific. We have been terrific from a pitching perspective. Young Jun So, 2-1 on the year with a 3.60 ERA, 2.87 FIP. But I want you to take a look at this. 426. So, with a no-hitter, he was a Jazz Chisholm error away from a perfect game. 93 pitches, struck out 6, shut out the Reds. He pitched a no-hitter. He had a one-hitter in, I think, his debut, right? His pro debut or something. He pitched 8 innings or 9. Yeah, I think he pitched one hitter in his debut. But Paddock, only with 1 win, but he's pitched pretty well. Matt Brash continues to pitch really well, 3.28, 3.04 FIP. Eduardo Nunez has been terrific. Wisniewski's been good. Clark Schmidt's been below average. Marilyn Vinicio really made, he got 5 runs in his first third of an inning, but has been dominant since that point. Abreu and Coleman have been slightly below average, but again, Coleman's really just had a couple of bad games. You can see lately he's been really, really good. But overall, it's been fantastic. Hang on just a second. All right, sorry about that. So that's kind of where we are. Now the goal is we lost Spencer Arrighetti. It was a 5-week injury when it happened. He's down to his final 3 weeks here. We're gonna start simming. We're gonna get to the end of the month of June. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it all in one sitting. We will see. So we lose 6-4 to Toronto. Paddock on the mound here today. And we lose 7-3, so we've lost back-to-back games. Let's see if we can avoid getting swept by Toronto. We cannot. That's not good. All right, now we got Robbie Ray and the White Sox as we've lost 3 straight. We win 3-2. Dansby Swanson a couple of hits. Jess Chisholm with a double and a home run. So pitches well. Coleman gets his 11th save. Ben Brown, who's been fantastic. 7-0 on the year with a 2.94. Looking for his 8th victory of the season, this time against the White Sox. Can he get it? He cannot. So, again, you guys bring me bad luck. And that's going to appear as though I'm cheating. I was 26-12 when I started recording. Now 27-16. I blame you all. We have San Diego now coming in. Here's another loss. Bounce back with a 7-3 victory there. Paddock picks up. And it hasn't been our pitching. Oh, good. Vincenio looks like he's hurt again. It hasn't been our pitching. Our bullpen has just been okay. They're 7th. Still good defensively. Still 5th in runs scored. But 11 games over 500 now. Bregman has his best game in like a month. 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. He homers. Swanson homers. Paddock goes 5 and gets the win. Let's see what we see on Vinicio rather. Back-to-back wins. Vinicio gets hurt again. So we will now call Gallen up. How many days he's out? Okay, so we will put him here for Shivili, who will go into a long relief role. And Wisniewski as a setup guy with Clark Schmidt, who hasn't pitched particularly well in that role. Yeah, I guess. All right, so we've won 2 straight here against San Diego, which is good. Like the injuries. Now we've got the Dodgers. So they're sending, the Angels rather. Gaussman, Urquidy, and Dylan Cease. For the Angels, looking for our 30th win of the year. We don't get it that day. We lose 10-1. Ben Brown now. Another loss. Are we about to get swept here by the Angels? We are. 26-12, guys. 26-12. So 3-8 since you guys came back. 3-8 since you guys came back. Houston now. Had a 6-game lead on the Reds. It's now down to 1.5. There's another loss. Finally, an 11-10 victory. But again, not how we win games. We don't outslug people. As Bregman has that average up over 200. He goes 3 for 6. Chisholm has 3 hits. They each homer. Brash goes 6. Schmidt blows it. Coleman blows it. Yeah, what is going on in our bullpen? Is going on in our bullpen? Two great years for Carson Coleman and then just absolutely garbage so far this season. 2.5 game lead on Cincinnati. Let's get to the end of May here, see if we can win our final game of the month. So we are 4-9 in our last 13 games. There we go. We win 6-0. That's more like it. Who got the start here? So, of course it was So. 7 innings of 3-hit shutout baseball. Thompson 2 for 5 with a home run. Drew Romo has 4 hits. Bregman 2 more hits. At least we bounced back with a couple of wins today. Nunez gets a little worse. Abreu gets a little worse. Garcia, Berry, Caleb Killian gets a little better. Taylor, he's fine. Outfield range got worse, which isn't great. There we go. This is what I was waiting for. Yep, this is exactly what I was waiting for. Because I can't crack the code when it comes to drafting with this game. So it is what it is. But Alan Chu gets a little better. How's the knuckleball coming along? 35 now. Batter of the month in the AL is Mike Trout. In the National League, Jordan Lawler. Pitcher of the month, Gavin Collier. In the NL, Alex Vesia. Dylan Cruz, your batter of the month in the rookie of the month in the AL, and then Luis Rodriguez, a pitcher for the Giants. June 1st, we're 31-21. Yeah, we were 18-8 in April, 13-13 here in May. Right, and we get Arrighetti back, which means Palencia can go back down. Hopefully, this helps things a little bit. Make him set up. Make Schmidt middle relief again, and emergency starting pitcher. Kind of see how that goes, I guess. All right, so we got Arizona, who is right now the top wild card team. We are going into Arizona as we look to get July off or June off on the right foot. We win 5-3, so that's 3 straight wins. Bregman's on a home run for Bregman. Bregman homer. Schmidt hits his 10th. Casey Schmidt, still the best deal we've made in this playthrough. Brown picks up the victory. Gallen on the mound here against Fat, against his former team. And he pitches well. I don't know if he pitched well. Looks like he pitched okay and ran out of steam. 5 1/3, 3 runs, 7 Ks. I'll take it, given how things had been going for us. Bubba Thompson hits his 5th home run. Schmidt 2 hits, 2 RBIs. And we look for the sweep with Paddock on the mound against Angel Zerpa. We get it, a 4-2 victory, so starting to play a little bit better now. Acuna 2 for 4, 2 runs knocked in. Bubba Thompson 2 hits. Paddock picks up his 3rd victory of the season. Bullpen, that's what we're looking for, right? 3 to 4 innings of just solid bullpenning. Now we got Cincinnati, Keaton Wynn, Jacob Junis, Alessier Hernandez against Matt Brash here in Game 1. We lose 5-3. Game 2. Are we going to be tied for first place when this series is over? No, we win here 2-0 with So on the mound. Bregman homers. Chisholm steals a couple of bases, walks a couple of times. So 5-2 shutout. Nunez pitched 2 1/3. Coleman picks up the save. Nick Lodolo now for them against Ben Brown for us. We lose 2 out of 3 to the second place team, so it's back to a 2-game lead with Seattle now coming to town. 9-7. We lose again. There we go, a 4-2 victory. So we got off to it was 18-8 in April, but we were 26-12. So since we were 26-12, we have gone 10-13, which obviously isn't good. Bregman's starting to hit a little bit, though. He's got that average up to 228, has a couple runs. Chisholm drives in a couple runs. Brash pitches 5. Our bullpen does a nice job. No game today, and then Atlanta tomorrow. Atlanta's 32-30. They're sending Fried out there today against So. We win 3-1. So he's probably our second best acquisition, right after Schmidt, honestly. Bubba Thompson has 3 hits. Schmidt 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Homers twice. Yeah, So's been terrific. Abreu, Nunez, Coleman come in, do what they're supposed to do. Now we got Brown on the mound. He was 8-0 with a sub-3 ERA. Is now 8-3 with an ERA over 4. Can he snap this streak here? He's pitching poorly lately. We win 4-2. He does get the win, his 9th of the year. Acuna 2 hits and an RBI. Schmidt hits another home run. Leads the team in home runs. Leads the team in RBIs. Brown the win, Coleman the save. So Ayala for them and Zach Gallen for us as we look for the sweep. We get the sweep, and Zach picks up his first win since last September. Casey Schmidt with another home run. Home runs in 3 straight games. 4 home runs, 7 RBIs in his last 3. Acuna 2 more hits. Gallen goes 5. Abreu and Coleman again. Nice to see. Cincinnati staying right with us, though. For every game we win, they are winning as well. All right, we're at Milwaukee, who are 10 games under 500. So I fully anticipate we get swept in this series. Game 1 on the road. Oh, we win the first game 6-2. Paddock evens his record at 4-4. Looks like Acuna hits his 10th home run of the year. Blake Hunt with a grand slam in the 5th. Paddock goes 5, gives up 2. They're sending Corbin Burns to the mound against Matt Brash today. Another win. So the win's starting to come again. The wins are starting to come again for your Cubs. Bregman 3 hits and an RBI. It's his 10th home run. Chisholm with 2 hits. Velasquez drives into that average starting to drop has dropped, not starting to drop. Brash gets the win. Our bullpen's starting to get a little more, kind of what we anticipated out of them, right? The last week or so has been really good. Still have the best defensive efficiency in the league. So they're sending Fernando Olguin to the mound. We send So to the bump. And we win 5-1. We lose Swanson for 4 weeks. That's not good because we don't really have a shortstop that we can put in there, but we will sort it out. Casey Schmidt, though, 2 for 4 more RBIs. So has that ERA sub 3. All right, what do we do at shortstop? Because it's not really Rayvaj Garcia. I don't think we have anybody who can come in and play that position. Anybody on the waiver wire? No. What about free agents? Let's look at fielding ratings, infield range. Nobody. What about the trade block? Dames making $17 million. I don't want to. JP Crawford's down to a 60. I mean, do we just live and die with Rayvaj Garcia right now? I mean, that may be the play here. You can always go Kike. He can still hit lefties. 55 range. What do they want for Kike? I mean, I won't give up much for him. It'll be Garcia until we figure that out. Cool. All right. That'll work. 26-year-old Elian Almanzar. Cool. Fan interest increases. People like Kike. I like Kike. You guys know I like Kike. He'll come up. So Garcia is starting at second against lefties. So that means Hernandez comes in at short. Actually, I think we just do this. Yeah. Not thrilled about it, but now we're without Dansby for a month. Chase Dollander on the mound. Yeah, and Pittsburgh, I think, broke him a little bit. I think they rushed him. I probably shouldn't have been in the bigs until 2025, but that's fine with me. So we're at home against Pittsburgh here. We look for another win. We don't get it. And guys, I got to pause. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. We're back. I actually stepped out for a bit, went and took a bike ride. I got all sorts of stuff going on at my house, so I decided to take a midday break. So we'll do the last few minutes here by simming through the rest of the month of June. And we'll call it an episode. So let's let's see how game 2 goes here against Pittsburgh. Gallen on the mound. There's a 7-0 win, so Zach is back in full form. Bregman, a couple hits, couple RBIs. PCA has 3 hits. Garcia with 3 hits. Gallen pitches 7 shutouts, striking out 10. We look for 2 out of 3 now against Pittsburgh, with Paddock pitching today. We lose 2 out of 3 to the Pirates. That's not ideal. Now we get 3 against the Brewers. 1-0 win. You love those 1-0 victories. A run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Not sure how. Maybe on that error by Miller. Chisholm had a couple of hits. Brash 5 shutout. Abreu, Wisniewski, Coleman. Game 2 is So on the mound for us. There's another win. He's been so good. No pun intended. Excuse me, just choked on the water that I was drinking as part of my bike ride. Kike goes 3 for 4. So 5 innings, a 2-hit ball, or 2-run ball rather. Game 3 against Milwaukee, we look for the sweep. We don't get it. Now we got 4 against Miami. Marlins. 4-2 win. We're 18 games over 500 now. Armstrong, 2 hits and an RBI. Romo, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored. He hits his first 2 home runs of the year in this one. Gallen with another 8-inning performance. Wow. Miami, are they leading the National League East? They're second. Okay. Playing well. Playing well. They're sending Sixto Sanchez to the mound today. We're sending Paddock to the bump. Win 7-4. Espinoza, we just sent him to AAA. Chisholm 3 for 4, 3 runs knocked in. Berry 3 for 3. He's hit 317. Limited playing time, but 19 for 60. That's nice. If that contact can reach 60 and the home run power can hit 65, you might have something there. Paddock goes 7, gets the win. 3, Mackenzie Gore going for them. 7-0 on the year. And we beat him and we lose Acuna for 6 weeks. So we've lost Swanson and Acuna here so far this season. We do win 5-4. Velasquez, 2 hits and a run batted in. 2 RBIs for Garcia. Brash goes 4 2/3. We got to figure out what we're going to do with... Well, it's a good thing we held on to Owen Cassie, I guess. Leave him in the 3-hole against righties. I don't like the lefty thing, so maybe we do this, something like that. Oops, what am I doing? Put him in as a DH, and then we got to get Vasquez back out there. Dropped my phone today. It's all cracked. Yeah, it's all cracked. So what do we need? We need a DH against lefty. So I guess that'll be Jacob Berry. At DH, we don't have a lot of power in our lineup. Yeah, it stinks. He was having a good year too. I mean, he'll be back, right after the All-Star break or right after the deadline. But putting up another really good year for us. He was on pace for another 2020 season. So we are without him for the next 6 weeks now. We look for the sweep over Miami. 20 games over 500. Make it 19. We got 3 against the Dodgers to finish the month. Yeah, and once we get into July, I think, I mean, offense is probably what we're going to be looking for, right? Velasquez has really slumped this season. So is there a bat that's out there? Verdugo's out there. He's making 15 million. He's hitting 280. It's kind of an empty 280, right? 714 OPS. Masataka Yoshida. He's got this year and next. He's hitting a buck 89 this year. Ouch. Yeah, that contact dropped to a 45, and that hurt. So we'll wait and see. I mean, maybe Dalton Varsho, $12 million. He's hitting okay this year. I mean, he's not great. There's not really anybody all that great on the block right now. Real Muto, but he's not the same hitter. 215 this year. All right, let's play through the series. We'll look at the stats. We'll call it an episode, and then we will deal with July next time. So game 1 against the Dodgers. Game is thinking about it. We get Swanson back in a couple weeks, which will be nice. It's back-to-back losses. Not a good way to end the episode. So has gotten better. Not a surprise given how he's pitching this year. He's on pace for 6 WAR. Wisniewski continues to get better. Paddock, the overall drops, but the movement improves. Acuna gets better, but he's on the DL, or IL rather. Chase Shores looks like he's getting a little better. That's about it. Batter of the month in the AL, or in the NL is Freddie Freeman. In the AL, it is pitchers Carlos Rodon. Logan O'Hoppe is your batter of the month in the American League. Pitcher of the month in the NL, Jose Ferrer. Rookie of the month, Luis Serna. And in the NL, it's Edmundo Rodriguez. So we are 48 and 30. It was a much better June than May. 17 and 9 in June. So 35 and 17 in April and June. So yeah, I mean, if we can play, a couple games over 500 every month from here on out, I would take that. We're 3rd in runs allowed. We are 4th in runs scored. We're clear of the Reds by 7. Offensively, it's been okay. Losing Acuna hurt, but Casey Schmidt's having another good year. Chisholm's having a really solid season for us. So much so that, I mean, we could bring him back, but I'm not giving him that kind of contract. PCA doing his thing, but it's primarily defensively. The bat, looks like that's about what he's going to be, about a 700 OPS guy, which is fine. Kike 6 for 18 so far in his time with us. Bregman, the bat's getting better. He had a much better. If we look at his splits, he was really bad in April and May, and really good in June. So if he can keep up June, gives us that leadoff man, that on-base guy at the top of our order. Drew Romo getting it done defensively. His offense is abysmal, but that's fine. Velasquez having a bad year. Bubba Thompson up to 14 stolen bases. 700 OPS, not great, not hitting for a lot of power, but very good defensively. Jacob Berry, not a lot of plate appearances. Blake Hunt's awful with the bat. Ray Garcia's not hitting either now that he's kind of getting that regular playing time. Justin Foscue is not hitting either. So, a bat is probably what we're going to be targeting come the deadline. Offensive or pitching wise, So has been, in terms of WAR, our best pitcher. In terms of ERA plus, our best starter has been Brash. How's Chivilli doing? 3.10 ERA so far with us. I'll take that. Paddock's been really good. He's given up a lot of hits, but he doesn't walk anybody. So 3.73 FIP, 112 ERA plus. That's fine. Eduardo Nunez, 127 ERA plus. That Gallen in his 6 starts, 3.41, 122 ERA plus. Clark Schmidt's been a little below average. Mitch White's actually been really good. Yeah, our bullpen's been terrific, with the exception of, Ben Brown has been awful here over the last month and a half. Yeah, it might be time to take him out of the rotation and give Chivilli a shot. And then, do we have anybody to call up? I mean, we've got a couple relievers who are almost ready. We've got Vinicio, excuse me, who is back in a couple of weeks, so we'll probably just plug him in. From a prospect perspective, Will Taylor, pretty much stagnated. This is what he's going to be, which is slightly below average bat, slightly above average defensive player with a lot of speed, which has value, but it's primarily as a fourth outfielder, I would assume. Chase Shores, we talked about. He's getting a little better. Von Necker, contact's down from a 70 to a 65. Home run power is down from an 80 to a 75, but still sort of hanging strong here. Need to see some improvement in the overalls so we can move him up. Kellner, we talked about. His ratings have already started to drop a little, which is discouraging. That's really it. We don't really have much else. Our minor league system is void. And then we have a couple players we picked up in international signing. Andre Raposo, who we picked up back in April. It was a nice pickup. Shortstop, good range. And then Catano, who we picked up last season in international signing. So that's pretty much it, guys. So that's going to do it for this episode. We'll get it posted, and we will get to July in the next episodes. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your support as always, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.